Well, good evening and welcome to Vikings basketball here, BFSD events here on YouTube. And the Vikings get ready to take on the Rams here from Sister Rita Mudd Activity Center in Missoula, Montana. And I'll get your starting line some stuff. Had a chance to sit down with the head coach of the Vikings, John Hollow, before the game. And this is what Coach Hollow said. James LaFontaine, the voice in the Vikes of the Vikes and Vals, here with you from Missoula, Montana. As the Valkyries took their game 60-45, you didn't hear. And I'll get all the scores out there for you. But I wanted to bring you pregame, brought to you by Hanson Excavating, demolition, site preparation, excavating, and grading in business for 30 years. Fred Hanson, 837-1051, or hansonexcavating.com. And take a look and listening to what Coach Hollow had to say before the ball game. Let's listen in and see what he had to talk about. Well, good afternoon once again, and maybe I should say good evening and welcome to Bigfork Vikings basketball here on BFSD events here YouTube. We're at the Sister Rita Mudd Event Center here in Missoula as the Vikings get to take on the Loyola Rams tonight in non-conference Western B action here. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vals, along with head coach of the Vikings, John Hollow. And the Vikings coming off, last time I talked to you, a couple wins, big wins, a 1-point win at Eureka. Talk about that, and then we'll get into the other two games before we get into today's game.
Yeah, Eureka, that was a tough game. They played us, did a lot of good things. We kind of came out, started a little bit slow, but found a way to win. Big conference win. Anytime you get those on the road, it's a good thing. So got that. Played St. Ignatius the next couple nights later or whatever. That was a big win for us. They're playing about as good as anybody right now. So playing good basketball. I think we won 6 in a row. You know, things were clicking, and then kind of went up to Columbia Falls and the wheels fell off a little bit, so to speak. We didn't play very good and just didn't have the energy that we usually have. And, you know, I'm excited to see tonight how we respond.
Well, I'll talk about they had that Banks kid back, Eureka. We didn't face him the first time, but also I think the first time we didn't have excuse me, we didn't have Nick as well against Eureka. So, you know, both get the two big men, big win, especially on the road up there in Eureka. And then you get a huge win at home. I'm sorry I missed the game on that Saturday. You played Thursday, Eureka. Saturday went down at home and faced Mission and a battle for first place. And they were unbeaten and able to take care of business against them. So that's a big win. That puts you guys, two teams at the top of 7B, you know, and the rest of the way going in. You still have conference games left before finishing out and heading to districts. So talk about the Mission game. What did you guys do different? I mean, this time you had Nick, which I believe the first time he didn't. So 6'4" can really change things.
It did, and, you know, honestly, we just took care of the ball. We didn't shoot overly great. We made a couple really big shots down the stretch, but I think the first time we played him, we had 24 turnovers, and then when we played him this last game, we had like 14 or something. So did a good job. I mean, they're tough. That guard is tough. He hit a couple, you know, the game a little bit closer score than it actually was, but he hit a couple big threes down the stretch there at the end from right inside a half court. But that's a big win for us. That's a team we're going to see again at some point that we're going to have to beat again, whether it's at districts or divisionals. So that was a good win for our guys.
Yeah, LaFromboy can, you know, pretty much throw it up from anywhere. He does that a lot, so you key on him. So, yeah, Columbia Falls kind of get into that, you know, it's kind of hot. Excuse me. After coming up with a big win against Mission, so maybe a little bit let down going against Columbia Falls, you know, after playing a tough two conference games that mean something, yeah. And then go and play Columbia Falls that game really doesn't mean a thing in standing wise.
Yeah, you know, I could make a lot of excuses. We had finals last week, we coming off 2 big wins, but you know, we were talking earlier and I told the boys I'm okay with losing. You know, that's part of growing as a team and part of getting better, but was disappointed with the way we played and the effort we played with. I've never had to coach these guys on playing with effort, and just didn't seem like we had it on Tuesday night or whatever night it was, Thursday night, but Tuesday. Yep. Okay. So, like I said, I'm excited to see what we do tonight. I think we understand that when we play the right way, we're a pretty good team, and when we don't, we're a pretty average team.
So that brings us to tonight's ball game, taking on the Rams. You guys are 6-1 in league, 7-5 overall. And then we take a look at the Rams. They're 4-1 league. They're a top. They beat Anaconda. They lost to Florence, but they're 6-5 overall, according to Max Prep. So talk about that team and going against Loyola, which always seems to be a big battle here in the West, in the Western B especially.
Yeah, I mean, this is our rivalry game, right? We don't have somebody that's right across the street from us or in the same town as us. So coming up here, I was told this was the big rivalry game, and both of us the last couple of years haven't been where Loyola and Bigfork has been, playing for state championships and everything else. So they're very young, talented, but very young. They start a couple freshmen, and we're gonna have our hands full. But again, right now, so much is about what we do, and again, when we do things right and we play the right way, we're a pretty dang good team. We're very unselfish, but you got to bring it every night when you play on the road, and especially against a good opponent like this.
Well, this will be a good matchup for you. Even playing Columbia Falls, it's a good matchup playing against A schools and just pushing you to get ready for districts and then divisionals, which is, I think, pretty much wide open. I mean, a couple teams stand out, yourselves in Mission, I would say, above the rest. Eureka's right there, third, but then it falls off a little bit with obviously Troy and Plains being down. So it'll be interesting. What do you think about it? I asked Coach Gunlock about this. So are you excited about Bigfork being able to host the district tournament this year?
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I think it's going to be good for our community. We get great support normally, so I imagine it's just going to be even more intense, more packed. So yeah, I think that's a great opportunity for our kids, and I think when you host something, you should get the opportunity to host it. A lot of schools, they're not quite big enough to do it, so you got to take it elsewhere and do it. But, it's a good advantage for us, and then we're going to turn around, and seeding is going to be a big deal going into the divisional tournament. On this side, they've got Florence kind of stepped ahead of everybody right now, and then they got Loyola, and then after that, there's a little bit of a drop-off. So it's important to, the district tournament's going to be important this year. And we get it at home, so that'll be a great thing for our kids.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. 14 games right at Bigfork. 2 loser-out games will be at Swan River on that Saturday. So it should be an exciting event at Bigfork High School. But I'm really looking forward to today's ball game. Always look forward to you guys, when Bigfork takes on Loyola, because they seem to be really intense games, just like the JV game that just concluded before for the girls, a 3-point game there. So I'm looking forward to you guys and how you're coming out and playing and clicking on all cylinders against Loyola today. So thanks for joining me on the pregame. As always, Coach Hollow, maybe get to talk to you on the postgame. That would be nice as well. But good luck and go Vikes.
All right. Thanks, James. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach John Hollow on the pregame show here from Missoula, Montana, talking about tonight's game and the season. Big win, in conference, able to take care of business against Mission, and then lose it to Columbia Falls. But they took care of Eureka and Mission, so at the top of 7B, just like the Valkyries, and that's good. Well, get ready for tip-off here in the second of our double. Actually 6 games today here, and I'll get you the scores a little bit later on for every one of those. And starting lineup brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. All your grocery needs, including amazing bakery and deli. 8111 Highway 35 Bigfork, 837-5010. And look at the starting lines for the Rams for Loyola. A 6'1 junior guard. Number 2, Rafe Conzen. Keenan Russell, the 5'11 senior guard, number 11. 6'4" forward, a freshman, number 21, Ethan Stack. That's 6'2", sophomore forward, number 24, Noah Haffey. And then the 6'4" forward, freshman, number 44, Reynolds Johnson. Head coach is Scott Anderson. He's back. Tobias Stack, Aaron Ward, and Chris Clevenger. For the Vikings tonight, different starting lineup. At 6'2", junior guard, number 3, Isaac Epperly. The captain, 5'10", senior forward, number 10, Levi Taylor. 6'3", junior forward, number 15, Bryce Gilliard. And 5'9", sophomore guard, number 21, Colin Wade. And then a 6'4", junior forward, number 33, Nick Walker for head coach John Hollow, assisted by Adam Jork, Jim Epperly, Tristan Clark, and Dustin Heinzman. That's your starting lineups for both teams, brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. As we get underway here and getting ready to announce those here. Take a look at earlier action. We'll take a look at on the boys' side. In C team action was Loyola with a 51-44 win. A heck of a ball game in JV. The Vikings down and they fought back. Lost 47-45 and went down to the buzzer in JV action. And now up is the varsity ball game. Over in the girls' side, limited 4-minute quarters. It was Loyola 23, Bigfork 16. Another heck of a JV ball game, 46-43. Valkyries had a chance in that ball game, and both JV games were really exciting and fun down to the wire. And then finally, the Valkyries moved to 12-1 on the season, 60-45, a 15-point win against the Breakers of Loyola. So ready to go here. And starting lineups brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. All right. About ready to roll here in Missoula, Sister Rita Mudd Activity Center. And maybe get Coach Gunlock up here later if she comes and sees me or not. Maybe at halftime of this game, talk to her, or they might be headed back up. Usually they'll stick around and at least watch one half of the boys' action beforehand. A lot of Bigfork fans on the far side. I'm on the near side, up on the score table behind the glass, and keeping me caged up here in the weight room area. Trying to do a little workout, in between. And this should be a battle here. Bigfork on the season, 6-1 in conference, 7-5 overall. A few of those losses against Class A, actually 4 losses against Class A of those 5. And the one loss against Class B was against Mission, but they avenged that and lost last Saturday with a win at home. One toss won by Bigfork. Gets it underneath Epperly. Epperly off the glass. No good. Puts it back up. As Nick Walker jumping it up against Reynolds Johnston. Loyola quickly up the court. It'll be Conzen off the glass and no good by Reynolds, and the whistle blows. Foul against Bigfork. And fouls on 21. Colin Wade, his first team foul on the Vikings. And to the line shooting 2, number 11, Keenan Russell for Loyola. Makes the first one, he'll get another. And makes the second one, so a quick 2-0 lead for Loyola with 7:42 in the ball game. And Epperly crossed the timeline for Bigfork. He's going to give it up to Gilliard. Gilliard to Wade. Wade top of the key for Bigfork. Over the right wing, Epperly. Colin Wade top of the key. Gilliard, lefty, underneath. Feeds Epperly off the glass on the backdoor play. Alley-oop is good by Epperly. We're tied at 2. Quickly up. Stack. Getting trapped by Bigfork in the corner. Conzen looking to drive baseline. Throws it up. And Reynolds Johnson off the glass and scores 2 for the Rams. 4-2. Early, Loyola leads. Levi Taylor, Colin Wade, top of the key, Gilliard. Over to Taylor, right wing, Wade. Wade looking underneath, being patient, finds Epperly. Epperly, 2-3 zone by Loyola. Gives it up. Gilliard, Colin Wade. Levi Taylor will give it up to Isaac Epperly. Over to Gilliard in the corner. Gilliard looking feet underneath to Nick Walker off the glass. And a nice pass there by Bryce Gilliard underneath. And scoring it. Levi Taylor comes up with a loose ball and knocks it away from Reynolds Johnson. Or check that. Stack. Colin Wade with the basketball. We're tied at 4. Wade, left side to Gilliard. Gilliard looking, gets it up to the top of the key. Epperly, Colin Wade, right wing. Looking underneath for Nick Walker. Gets it all the way across. Epperly, 3-point shot on the way. And Taylor with the rebound off the glass, scores 2. A nice job in the backside rebound by Levi Taylor. The Vikings take a 6-4 lead, 5:44 to go. Gonzin nearly loses it. Epperly tries to knock it away from him. They'll give it over to Stack. Stack on the left wing being trapped by Bigfork. All the way across. Shot on the way. 3-point shot, no good. Colin Wade collides with Russell. Out of bounds off Wade. It'll remain Ram basketball with 5:32 to go. In, Russell. Little jumper inside. The free throw line is good. Ties us at 6. Taylor into Epperly. Epperly, top of the key. Right wing to Gilliard. Gilliard back to Epperly over on the left wing. Wade, take it top of the key, gives it up to Gilliard. Gilliard looking underneath. Trying to get it to Walker underneath. It'll be Ram basketball. Out of bounds off Bigfork. On the far side, the Rams in their whites with blue trim, just like the ladies. Powder blue for Bigfork with the gray numbers for the Vikings. Stack in the backcourt. Trapping is Bigfork. Get it over. Cross, Gonzin. Gonzin looking to drive. Picks it up, throws it out to Stack. Stack looking to drive in the corner. 3-point shot on the way is good by Reynolds Johnston for Loyola. And they take a 9-6 lead. Wade, right wing to Epperly, backdoor to Walker. Trying to get Nick Walker involved underneath the basket. Leads it out. Another shot, 3-point shot on the way. No good. This time Taylor will run it down. And the whistle blows. Looked like it'll be a foul. Number 11, Keenan Russell. That's his first team foul on Loyola. Wade will inbound to Epperly in the backcourt. And Epperly will bring it across the timeline for the Vikings. Taylor, Epperly, we're left wing, out to Gilliard. Gilliard looking. Colin Wade on the right wing. Epperly, left side. Epperly driving in. Kicks it out to Gilliard, and he got held as Epperly, and there'll be a personal call to number 2, Rafe Conzen. His second team foul on the Rams. Inbounding, gets it to Epperly. Epperly, spin move. Trying to go up, blocked. Gets his own rebound. Epperly driving in off the glass, no good. And they'll call a foul on Bigfork. That's their second team foul. First one on Nick Walker, number 33. 9-6, 3:50 to go here in the first quarter. The Rams lead. Trapping. 3-point shot on the way. Off the rim, no good. Walker with the rebound on the shot attempt by Haffey. Gives it up, Gilliard, right wing for Bigfork. Across the timeline. Out to Colin Wade. Gives it up to Taylor. Taylor will give it out to Gilliard. Gilliard, top of the key, will give it up to Taylor. Epperly, cutting. Colin Wade, top of the key, looking to drive out to Epperly. Epperly, left wing for Bigfork. Looking to get his shot off. Nothing there. Throws it over to Gilliard. Gilliard underneath. Looking to drive. Corner. 2-point shot on the way. Blocked Taylor, and Gilliard goes up, gets it blocked by Johnston. Conzen in. And Wade gets back and take the charge on Rafe Conzen. I believe that's his second personal, third team foul. And Wyatt Johnston and George Brown in the lineup for Bigfork. And Conzen will have to come out. And Bryce Lampam will come in for Loyola. Gilliard with the basketball. 2:55 to go. Underneath, Epperly. Looking stolen away by Loyola. Quickly up Reynolds. Check that, Russell. And Gilliard tried to step in front of Russell, take the charging call. They'll call him for a block, his first and second team foul on, or check that, third team foul. Russell to the line to shoot two. Makes the first one. We'll get one more. 2:46 to go here in the third quarter, and a 10-6 Rams lead over the Vikings. On your Bigfork Harvard Food scoreboard, and the second one's missed. Rebounded by Gilliard. Epperly with the basketball down. He'll give it up to Wade. Wade gives it over to Johnson. Johnson on the left wing. Look at the drive. And he took off before he dribbled. That's a traveling violation on the sophomore. Johnson. Turnover to Loyola. Stack with the basketball. Crosses the timeline for Loyola. We'll kick it over. Lampam, guarded by Johnson. Kicks it out to Johnston. Johnston to Stack. Reynolds, or check that. Keenan Russell, three-point shot from the right wing is good. The Vikings down 13-6, 2:06 to go here in the first quarter on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Colin Wayne, top of the key. Gilliard, left wing. George Brown kicks it out. Gilliard looking to the ride. George Brown. Epperly. Drives underneath. Gives it to George Brown. George Brown being mugged off the glass. He'll score it for two. And George Brown will go to the line to shoot the N1. That's the first personal on Noah Haffey. Or check that. Reynolds Johnson. George Brown at the line. In and out. No good. Rebounded by Johnston. 14 foul on Loyola. Stack with the basketball. Guarded by Johnson. Johnson putting pressure on there. Quick. Gets it out to Haffey. Haffey looking to drive on Wade. Backdoor underneath to Johnson. Right there is George Brown. Johnson gets his own rebound. Blocked there by George Brown. Out. Three-point shot on the way is good by Lampam for Loyola. 16-8 lead, doubling up the Vikings. Johnson, right wing for Bigfork. And a help ball. The arrow points towards Loyola. Levi Taylor will come back in the ball game for Bryce Gilliard. So Gilliard, Epperly, Johnson, Wade, and Brown in the ball game. Or check that, Taylor in the ball game for Bigfork. Ogilvie in the ball game now for Loyola. Lampam trying to get by Wade. Wade pressure defense, man-to-man defense by Bigfork. Wade up in his face, kicks it over to Johnston. Johnston, top of the key, guarded by George Brown. And a team control foul, number 5, Bryce Lampam, as he's trying to clear the way on a screen. And gets called for the personal 15th foul. 35 seconds to go here in the first half. Wade, top of the key. 16-8, Rams lead the Vikings on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Over to Epperly, back to Wade. Looks like the Vikings holding for one shot here at the end of the first quarter. Colin Wade kicks it out. Epperly. Three-point shot on the way by Epperly. No good. Johnson right there battling for the rebound, and Bigfork has the arrow for them as Johnson Battles with Johnston. And Bigfork with the arrow will take it out of bounds underneath. 13.3 to go here in the first quarter. Gets it out. Colin Wade, top of the key. Wade looking to drive. Johnson, three-point shot for the left wing. Short, no good, but Johnson nearly gets his own rebound. And diving on it is the Vikings. And Bigfork will take a timeout. 2.1 to go. And it looks like a 30-second timeout taken by Bigfork with 2.1 to go. Down 16-8 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard here from Missoula, Montana. Called the timeout so they wouldn't have to turn it over. And 2.1 to go to get a shot up here at the end of the first quarter as they trail by 8. And Epperly to inbound for Bigfork. He's going to get up to Wade. Wade's long three-point shot is short. No good at the end of the first quarter. On your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard, it's the Loyola Rams leading the Bigfork Vikings 16-8. I'll be back with more of the first half here from Missoula, Montana. All right, we're back here in Missoula, Montana. Hey, Troy and Peyton Gunlock listening out there. Hey, congratulations to Peyton. A couple wins today. A big win against Malta, a three-point win I heard from your mom. And, of course, you heard the Valkyries take care of business by 15, 60-45. Here, the Vikings trailing by 8. And the Rams with the basketball. Ogilvy on the right left wing. Over to Konzen. Konzen back in the game with 2 fouls. They give it up to Johnston inside over George Brown, and he scores on the pass from Stack. And he'll go to the free throw line to shoot the and one. And you're going to want to stick around at halftime. I'm going to bring head coach Courtney Gunlock. Couldn't come up right after the ball game, but we'll come up at halftime and talk to her and a couple players about their ball game. Johnson's shot rattles around and drops. 19-8, a 11-point deficit for and Ian McMahon in the ball game for Bigfork. Gilliard, Johnson, Nick Walker as well, and Levi Taylor. Gilliard, three-point shot for the left wing. Splash down. Good for the Vikings. They needed that there. Nice shot by Bryce Gilliard. And 19-11, the Vikings within 8. Quickly up, Ogilvy, guarded by McMahon. Ogilvy quickly over. Russell shoots it up. And Russell with another three-point shot for Loyola. Ian McMahon gives it over to Gilliard. Gilliard back to McMahon, right wing, underneath. Got Nick Walker. Walker off the glass, too strong. Putting it back up is Levi Taylor on the backside with the rebound and put back. And Konzen in the front court, guarded by Johnson on the left side. Kicks underneath, stolen away by Bryce Gilliard. Gilliard on the breakaway, sits it out. Johnson looking underneath, finds Levi Taylor. Taylor fake, pump fake, goes up, and he'll get 2 as he gets fouled. Nice shot or pass, by Wyatt Johnson finding Taylor underneath. Taylor with a nice pump fake and gets the foul on the second one. on Reynolds Johnson, their 6'4" forward. And Taylor to the line to shoot 2 for the Vikings. Taylor's first shot up. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Isaac Epperly comes in for Johnson. And Haffey will replace Reynolds. Here with 6:37 to go to halftime. The Vikings trail 22-14 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Taylor, one more. Little Strong bounces around, but it gets the bounce, and it drops. And Taylor will come out of the ball game, and Eli Thorness will check in for the Vikings. Number 30 for Taylor. Russell for Loyola, bringing it across the timeline. Heading right to left on your scoreboard. In the corner to Haffey. Haffey looking on Nick Walker. Gets it out to Conson. Conson guarded by Epperly. Man-to-man defense by the Vikings. Over to Stack in the corner to Russell. Ogilvy baseline on in the corner. Haffey, three-point shot on the way. No good. Rebounded there by Nick Walker. Nice job by Walker. Walker looking to get out. And the whistle blows. A foul will be called against Loyola. And that could be their 7th to put the Vikings in the bonus. And it does. Walker will go to the line to shoot the 1-1. That is the first personal on Haffey. And the 7th foul on Loyola. And Bigfork down by 7, 22-15 at the line. Nick Walker for 1-1. Little Strong. And, Gilliard almost come up the loose ball. And diving for his even man. Walker out near half court. I don't know how he comes up with it. But the ball batting around and Bigfork with the basketball. Epperly now. Looks like a 2-3 zone by Loyola. And Epperly going to go to the right side looking. Finds Gilliard underneath. Goes off the glass. No good. But Walker gets the rebound. Puts it up. And he... They're going to call player control foul on 33, Nick Walker. His second, 15 foul on Bigfork. And it looked like Levi Taylor going to check in for Walker. Yeah, that's his Walker's second here in the first half. Haffey, free throw line, shot off the rim, off the backboard, and good for Loyola. 24-16, 5:15 to go. Epperly, right side, kicks it out. Gilliard, three-point shot from the right wing, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Conson. Conson quickly up for Loyola. Into the front court. Conson will kick it over to Russell. Russell blocked by Gilliard and out of bounds. And it'll be Ram basketball underneath. Just under 5 minutes to go to halftime. Walker and McMahon come out. Taylor along with Konopik come in the ball game. Up underneath. Stack throws it up. Left-handed. Scores 2. 26-15. An 11-point lead for Loyola with 4:50 to go. Epperly will give it up to Gilliard. Gilliard top of the key. Cole Konopik over to Epperly, left wing. Back, Taylor. Konopik underneath. Thorness back out to Konopik. Konopik looking, throws it out. Gilliard top of the key. Epperly on the left side. Epperly looking to drive. Kicks it out. And Epperly gets called for a traveling violation. And the Vikings down by 11 with 4:25 to go. On your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. Russell. Haffey. Guarded by Taylor. Stack. Guarded by Gilliard. Russell, three-point shot on the way. This time no good. Rebound by Epperly. And Epperly will go to the line to shoot 1-1. As he gets fouled by Haffey, and I believe that's Haffey's second. It is, and 8th team foul. So at the line for a 1-1 is Isaac Epperly. And that'll bring in number 10, Talon Reynolds. And for Loyola, the son of Chase Reynolds. And then he's just a freshman. Then Colin Wade will replace Levi Taylor for the Vikings. Epperly's first shot up and good. That means he'll get the bonus. He'll get one more. The Vikings within 10 here in the second quarter. And number 15, Kaylor Hall in for Loyola, replacing Ogilvy. Epperly will get one more for the Vikings. Up, nothing but the bottom of the net by the junior all-state player for Bigfork. Epperly guarding Conzen. They get over to Stack over the right wing. Throws up a three-point shot off the rim, no good. Reynolds comes down with a rebound. Russell, and a blocking foul called on Bigfork. That'll be the 16th foul. And that'll be on number 30, the first personal on Thornes. 16th foul, and Loyola will take it out. A bounds underneath here on the near side under their own basket. Conzen the inbound for Loyola. Russell, left side, looking to drive on Thornes. Blocked by Gilliard. Out of bounds. And a nice defensive play there by Bryce Gilliard. And Conzen the inbound again for Loyola. 3:44 to go. Gets it in. Conzen, left wing, looking to drive. Epperly right there playing defense. Conzen up and under, misses it, gets his own rebound, puts it up. Blocked by Epperly. Gilliard right this time gets a rebound, and he'll get fouled by Conzen. And that could be his third personal. Or check that, it's out number 15. Kaylor Hall, that's his first, 9th team foul at the line, 1-1. Bryce Gilliard, 26-17. The Vikings within 9, 3:33 to go. Here till halftime, and Gilliard at the line trying to cut into the lead. Short, Knopke nearly knocks it away, but Russell comes up with a loose ball for Loyola. He'll get it over to Stack. Stack. Top of the key. Man-to-man defense. Thornes guarding Conzen. Or check that as zone defense. 2-3 zone by Bigfork. Thornes out bothering Conzen near half court. Wade now has him on the right side. Kick it up. Stack underneath to Russell. Russell looking to feed it. Knocked away, kicked away by Knopke as he tries to get it inside for Loyola. Johnson will come in for Gilliard. 2:57 to go till halftime, and the Vikings trail 26-17 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Russell inbounding to Hall. Russell, right wing, misses it right to Epperly as Russell misses everything right into the hands of Isaac Epperly. He'll give it up to Wade. Wade across the timeline for Bigfork. Looking, gets it over Knopke. Left side, left wing, extended, Epperly. Wade, three-point shot of the way. From the left side is good by Colin Wade. The lefty for the Vikings. Vikings within 6 now at 26-20. Johnson out on Stack. Got a little too close on his dance card and fouled him there. Try to put pressure defense on, and Johnson will get called for the personal. It's his first 17th foul. That'll put Stack. Ethan Stack to the line to shoot a 1-1 for Loyola. So both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Stack makes the first one. So Wade, Thornes, Epperly, Johnson, and Knopke in the ballgame for Bigfork. Stack's second shot on the way is good. Into Epperly, gives it up to Wade. Russell in the ballgame. For Loyola. Colin Wade looking, baseline, Thornes, baseline jumper, misses it. Stack comes up with a rebound quickly up for Loyola and knocked away by Bigfork. .159 to go, 28-20. Vikings trail by 8. Inbound. Russell gets it out. Baseline Stack. Gives it out. Russell looking to drive. Shoots up a floater. No good. Konopkic with the rebound. And Epperly. 1:40 to go. Epperly, top of the key for Bigfork. Johnson, right wing. Epperly, three-point shot on the way. In and out, right there. Thornton with a nice rebound. Up, off the glass, left-handed, and drops it for two by Eli Thornton. Quickly up to Russell. Russell going to score and get fouled. Go for the free throw line. And try to complete the three-point play. He's got on the breakaway. And Epperly picks up the personal, his first 18th foul. And Thornus comes out of the ball game. Nice job by him. And George Brown back in. 30-22, 1:19 to go here till halftime. Russell at the line. Free throw makes it. 31-22, 1:13 to go. Excuse me. Johnson inbound to Epperly. Full court pressure defense put on by Konopkic. Full court pass from Epperly. Gets a rebound. George Brown now with the ball. Johnson looking to go up. And a foul called on the floor, but he'll get to shoot two because that's 10 now on Loyola. So double bonus. And that personal's on number 25, Declan Harrington for the Rams. 10th team foul, so Wyatt Johnson goes to the line to shoot two. Johnson's shot off the back of the rim, no good. And he'll get one more with 1:02 to go here till halftime. Vikings within 9. They still have an opportunity in this ball game. And Johnson to shoot one more for the Vikings. Up, in and out, no good. And rebounded by Russell. Stack will bring it up the left side, for Loyola. 2-3 zone by Bigfork. And Stack right there. He'll give it out to number 10, Reynolds, Talon Reynolds, the freshman. Stack three-point shot on the way. George Brown gets the rebound, gets it quickly up to Epperly. And Epperly's going to slow it down. They may hold for the last shot right here. Trailing by 9, 31-22. Epperly. Colin Wade in the corner. Konopkic three-point shot on the way. Off the rim, no good. George Brown up off the glass, no good. Shoots it just a bit hard. And rebounding it is Harrington. Over to Stack. Stack on the left side. Stack in the corner. We'll give it up. Reynolds. George Brown gets the rebound as shot by Russell goes up. Three-point shot on the way. Quick shot at the lap before the buzzer by Johnson is no good. So, 31-22, the Vikings trail. On your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard here from Missoula, Montana. And I'll be back with halftime stats here from Loyola as the Vikings trail by 9, 31-22 here in Missoula, Montana. Well, welcome back here to Missoula, Montana. And, here we go. She brings me let me get these stats here and I'll talk to, and get your halftime stats in the boys game. But I want to have an opportunity to talk with the Valkyries. And looking at So halftime brought to you by Averill's Flathead Lake Lodge, where they proudly supported Bigfork athletics since 1945. And I have two of the Valkyries players, and I think the head coach may be coming up, but I'll talk to her as well. But a big win against Loyola. I got Braden Gunlock with me. Let me do this so. Can you hear me? And can you talk into there?
Yeah.
Let me hear you. I want to hear you. Okay, Braden.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So Braden leading the way for Bigfork with 18. And then you get Barrett with 14. And then Scout and AD with 14. And then Ava with 9. So balanced scoring. Talk about that, what you had to do. I mean, what I saw is you guys got off to a slow start, right? 14-5 you trailed, but you really stepped it up there in the first quarter and into the second quarter with your defense, and you started making some shots. Talk about that, what adjustments you had to make, what Coach said when you only put up 5 early on and you're trailing by 9 against Loyola.
Yeah, we definitely had to pick up the intensity on defense, especially the first quarter. It was not our best defense, but we stepped up and just, I don't know, played our game.
Yeah, you basically outscored them 20-8 at one point. You know, you were. I think that was anyway. I had that earlier, and I was talking about that. So it looks like you guys really stepped up. A little bit of a slow start, not getting things going. And talk about the other freshman, Ava Davey. I mean, she struggled a little bit with that right hand being injured, but she stuck it out and played well for you guys.
Yeah, she works really hard, like always up there for the fast breaks. Never gives up on defense. Just really fun to play with, and looking forward to these next couple years with her.
Yeah, you guys really seem like you know each other. Like, you know, you guys have played together, so you really can almost read each other's mind and get the steal, and then you're willing to feed the ball back and forth. Very unselfish, and that's what I like. And I'll talk to your coach about, but the effort you don't see in the scorebook is Chapius. Chapius just playing defense and pounding the boards and going after the loose ball, even though she fouls out of the ball game, you know. Just an awesome game. So you led the way today, and sometimes, you know, but really balanced scoring. You come up with 18, then 14 by Nadu, and Scout did a great job shooting those baseline jumpers as well. And then Emma also coming up with 14, and then Ava with 9. So the future is bright. You guys got a couple, I won't say easy games, but this was a challenging game. It was a good measure for you guys against a good Western B team. You know, Deer Lodge and Florence are down, you know, and Akana will be the other one, I think, that might challenge you a little bit. But you guys did a great job today. So nice job, Braden. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll bring in Ava Davey, the other freshman. And I'll help her out. Her right wrist is hurting. And Ava, talk about that. And actually, let me switch this because it should be on this side because it makes the mic go right here, so it's easier. Okay. So freshman Ava Davey, he had 9 points today, but a lot of steals. It looked like he struggled early shooting those layups on those breakaways. Was it your wrist hurting or what on that?
Yeah, I think that was kind of just a mental thing. They were wide open layups, and I just.
Yeah, but sometimes if you're hurt,
yeah.
you know, you look at that and you're more tentative rather than you usually are. So
yeah. I thought about it a lot, and I can't do that when I think about things, and I tend to mess up more on them. So.
Just be instinctive and play.
Yeah.
So I thought you had a good ball game, though. You kept in there, and you guys hung in there. Like I talked to Braden, I mean, you got down by 9, but you guys really kept playing, just like Columbia Falls when you know, that horrible first half. I talked to Coach about that, you know, getting, you know, 10-8 at halftime, but you guys really stepped it up. And you stayed in it because of your defense. I thought that was really key in the first quarter, getting back in the ball game and then going on a huge run against Loyola.
Yeah. Yeah, we run a really fast-paced game, and if we don't get that, then we tend to fall behind sometimes. So we really seem to pick the intensity up and the speed up in the second half, which led to more steals and more fast breaks, which helped us get the lead.
Well,
maybe you get a little bit of a rest coming up. You got Troy on the road. They're not as skilled. And same thing with Plains at home. And then we get into Polson and then wrap things up with Thompson Fallsby before we get into districts at home, which is going to be kind of exciting.
Yeah.
First time in history at Bigfork High School we get the whole district. So I'm looking forward to that, seeing you guys play at home and doing that as well. So I thought you did a great job today. Get that wrist healed up so, we can see you play at your full potential.
Okay, yeah, I will.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
Ava
you.
Davey, for joining me on the post game. And I'll bring in the head coach, Courtney Gunlock, as well. I should say it's halftime of the boys' game. Coach, you talked about this before, but your defense really leads your team. You fall. Thanks, girls. Appreciate it. You guys fall down 14-5, down by 9, but it seemed like then your intensity really, really picked up. You talk about that in a timeout that had to pick that up.
Yeah, we did. We made a defensive adjustment or a man-to-man because I thought we had a little bit of a mismatch, and so we made that adjustment. And we said that I basically said, defense is what is going to win this game for us, and they definitely did pick it up.
Well, they did, and then you went on just a huge run. You held them at one point to like 2, and I think you ran off, 20 points or so like that. But really, again, that's the character of your team. You might get down offensively, but your defense is always you can always play defense. And I thought one of the things is I saw you put Braden on McCorkle. McCorkle was throwing some stuff up. She can about shoot from anywhere, but, a couple feet behind the line making those threes. That really kept them in the ball game, those threes. Otherwise, you guys would just ran away. But again, Nadeau, she comes up with 14. Emma comes up with 14. Of course, Braden with 18. Ava had 9, almost 4 players in double digits. And then Madison, again, the hustle plays, talking about that, rebounding and playing defense and blocking shots, even Scout blocking a few shots. You guys just, I thought, played really well and really battled there, especially first quarter into the second quarter.
Yeah, no, I think we got our team chemistry back, and I don't know how many assists Madison had, but a lot of those points came from Madison's passes for sure. And she's a workhorse. She was a beast on the boards tonight. And I just felt like the girls played really good team ball.
Yeah, they did. I really thought they really shared the ball well, and Loyola didn't have an answer. Loyola a little aggressive, some of the players, but you guys were able to step up and play really well. And they got within 4 in the second half going down to the fourth quarter, but then you guys stepped it up and closed it out, winning by 15. So 60-45. So that's a huge win in Western B, and mental going into divisionals, which will happen. But we got to play the rest of the season, Troy. And Plains coming up. Then we have Polson home, which will be interesting, Class A. That'll really push you and challenge you, which is good. You need going into postseason and wrap up with Thompson Falls at home. So I'm just really fun. You guys are fun to watch.
Thank you.
And well coached. The kids are just really good kids, and all of them. You didn't bring too many off the bench. You brought Callie off the bench, and then Ellie late when Madison fouled out. But, you guys, a strong team, so good luck.
Thank you.
And I'll see you in Troy on Thursday. Maybe Ava getting a little bit of a break to heal that wrist up, because you're really going to need her. The rest of the regular season doesn't matter. It's going in to districts being healthy, and I think that's the key to your team. If you're healthy and play the way you can play with anybody in the state of Montana.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, Ava's going to take a break this week. So
I see Troy and Peyton were listening online. Little shout out to them. They're still listening probably right now. So you can say hi to them. And great job by Peyton and them taking out Malta today by 3. So that was good to hear as well. So future for the Valkyries is very bright.
Yeah, no, hi guys. And I am proud of my little daughter, Peyton. So thank you.
Yeah, she's a great kid. So thanks for joining me at halftime. I know we couldn't do it on the post game, but that's fine. We adjust. That's the life of radio. So thank you, Courtney.
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate it. Now we got the second half going on, and I'll give you the stats for that later on. But the Vikings, 31-25. And thank you to Courtney and Ava and Braden for joining me on the post game
And a little floater by Stack as we're back here. 6. And I kind of didn't watch the time. I apologize. Colin Wade with the basketball. 33-25. The Vikings down by 8. Epperly gets the ball from Taylor. Turnaround jumper off the rim. No good. And rebounded there by Johnston. Throws it to Haffey and out of bounds. He turn over for Loyola. Bigfork basketball. So Taylor, Colin Wade, Epperly, Gilliard, and Walker in the lineup to start the second half for Bigfork. You have Haffey, Johnston, Stack, Conzen, and Russell for Loyola. Excuse me. Player control foul on number 10. Levi Taylor, his first team foul. And 6:21 to go here in the third quarter. The Vikings trail by 8, 33-25. Stack over to Reynolds, or knocked away by Taylor to Gilliard. Underneath Nick Walker, off the glass and good. On a nice pass there by Gilliard. Stack will get it inbound. Russell. So pressure defense put on by Bigfork. Conzen with the basketball, far side. Gives it up to Stack. Stack in the left corner. He's trapped. But out to Johnston. Russell, top of the key. Kick it over the right side to Haffey. Haffey looking. Throws up the jumper inside the three-point arc for 2 for Loyola. So 35-27, 5:45 to go. Colin Wade on the drive. And he'll get fouled and they go to the line to shoot 2. Got a little long-winded with the coaches and players, but I'd like to hear from them as well. And to the line is Colin Wade for Bigfork to shoot 2. That's the personal on Russell, his second team foul, and he misses the first one. Second one's good by Wade. Epperly scores 4 in the first half. 5 by Taylor, 3 by Gilliard, 3 by Wade, 2 by Thornus, 2 by Walker, and 2 by Brown. Eight in the first, 14 in the second, 22 total. Player control foul called on Russell. That's his third personal and third team foul here. And Bigfork will get the basketball on the near side under their own basket as timeout is taken by Loyola. So we'll catch him back up here. 35-28, 7-point lead for Loyola. 5:39 to go here in the ball game on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And taking a look for Loyola at halftime. Lamphem with that three-pointer. Russell leading the way. 2 threes. 14 points. Stack with 4. 4 for Haffey and 6 for Johnson. 16 in the first, 15 in the second for 31 total at halftime. Well, we're here. And Bigfork to inbound into the backcourt for Colin Wade from Levi Taylor. Gives it over to Gilliard. Gilliard left side. Colin Wade right side. Backdoor. Gilliard on the alley-oop from Epperly is good for 2. And the Vikings now within 5 at 35-30. So cutting into the lead of halftime. Russell quickly across the timeline. Tries to stick it in the corner. Haffey underneath. Conzen. Floater. Misses it. Rebounded there by Epperly. Epperly in the backcourt as Loyola backs off. And Epperly will bring it across the timeline for the Vikings. Wade gives it up to Epperly. Underneath, Nick Walker. Walker trying to get it out to Gilliard. Throws it away out of bounds. And turnover for Bigfork. And 25 for Loyola will come into the ball game. That's Darrington. With Johnson in for Bigfork replacing Levi Taylor. Conzen. Darrington, backcourt. gives it up to Johnson. Haffey, 3-point shot on the right wing is good by Haffey. Quickly up, Wade, across the timeline, looking to drive in. Kicks it out, Gilliard, 3-point shot. Left side, no good. Kicked out. Gonzin gets it up to Harrington. Harrington. Quickly out, gives it to Gonzin. That's going to be over back violation. Johnson runs it down for Bigfork. Up, under, and Johnson will go to the line to shoot 2. And the foul's on number 2. That's the third personal on Rafe Gonzin for Loyola. Their 14th foul. Wyatt Johnson to the line, and he'll shoot 2 for the Vikings. Johnson's shot up and good. He'll get one more. Number 10, Talon Reynolds will come in for Loyola. Second shot by Johnson, up off the rim, no good. Run down by Harrington for Loyola. Across the timeline, over on the right side. He brings it out to the top of the key. Gives it over to Stack. Baseline to Haffey. Haffey guarded by Nick Walker. Out to Johnson, back out to Stack. Back to Johnson, left wing, Stack. Over to Harrington. Harrington, 3-point shot. Off the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound, drives it in. Blocked there by Epperly. And Gilliard comes it up with a loose ball, giving it up to Johnson. Johnson, Wade. Back to Johnson, right wing. Johnson looking to drive for Bigfork. Gives it up to Gilliard. Gilliard, baseline. Nick Walker. Walker. And Bigfork will take a timeout. A 30-second timeout taken by the Vikings. And 38-31, Vikes down by 7. 3:36 to go here in the third quarter. Vikings trying to make a comeback and down by 7. On the Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard here from Missoula, Montana. Sister Rita Mudd Activity Center. All right, here we go. Loyola will get the check that Bigfork basketball underneath. And Epperly to inbound for the Vikings. Under their own basket, gets it to Johnson. Johnson looking to drive. Up, off the glass, no good. Right there is Taylor. Taylor getting the rebound. Up. Taylor gets blocked. Colin Wade comes up with a loose ball for Bigfork. Top of the key. Over to Taylor. Left wing, Isaac Epperly. Epperly brings it out, top of the key. Colin Wade, baseline, Gilliard. Gilliard looking, finds Epperly. Epperly off the glass. Misses it, but got fouled, and they'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Vikings. Fouls on number 25. Declan Harrington, his second, and 15 foul on the Rams. And Epperly at the line to shoot 2 for Bigfork. Need to cut into that lead. Epperly rims it in and out. No good. You get one more. Epperly's shot on the way. A little short off the front of the rim. Right there is Levi Taylor. Puts it back up and in for the Vikings. The Vikings within 5. Quickly up in the corner. Throws it cross court. Haffey, 3-point shot on the way. Off the rim, no good. Taylor right there. Gets banged. So Loyola substitutes 5. Gonzin, Ogilvy, Lampam, Russell, and 15 is Hall. So 5 new players in for Loyola. And Bigfork remaining the same. Wade, Taylor, over to Epperly, left wing. Johnson and Gilliard. Back door, tried to get it to Gilliard. And a personal called on Bryce Gilliard. His second team foul on the Vikings with 2:37 to go here in the third quarter. Lampin gets it into Russell to Conzen. Conzen backcourt. Over to Hall. Conzen hasn't crossed timeline. Crosses. Stolen away by Colin Wade. Wade's going to go all the way up off the glass and good by Colin Wade on the steal and the bucket. Quickly into Russell for Loyola. Driving all the way in. Epperly grabs the basketball as Russell drives in, and they're going to call him for the personal. Third team foul on Bigfork. Looks like they called it on 15. Gilliard. Conzen with the basketball. Looking to drive. Lampin, right corner. Stolen away by Wade. Wade with the basketball. Coming up left-handed. Looking. Colin Wade up under. As Wade goes to the free throw line. As he goes up and under. Tries to score. That's going to be the fourth personal on Russell. And 16th foul. And Colin Wade to shoot two for Bigfork. So Wade at the free throw line for Bigfork. Shooting two. First one off the back of the rim. No good. And he'll get one more. Gilliard will get a break as Thorness will come in. .25. Harrington comes in along with number 23, Jack Fines for Loyola. As Russell has to sit down with those four personals. Still in the third quarter, 1:59 to go, under two. Wade's second shot is good for the Vikings. Within two, 38-36. Into Fines. Pressure defense, trapping this Bigfork in the backcourt. Harrington will get it across, about top of the key. Conzen with the basketball for the Rams. Over. Fines looking to drive baseline. Gets it up to Ogilvy. Ogilvy misses a layup. Epperly comes up with the rebound for the Vikings. So Isaac Epperly out near half court. Going to slow it down for Bigfork as they get set. Epperly right side. Colin Wade underneath. Thorness can't handle the pass off his chest. Turn over to Loyola. And Harrington with the basketball. They'll give it up to Conzen. Conzen near half court. Underneath, over right side to Harrington. Back out to Conzen. Back to Harrington, right wing. They're going to get it out to Conzen. Conzen will bring it top of the key. Over the left side to Fines. Harrington, right wing. Conzen with the basketball. 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 3-point shot on the way by Fines. In and out. Epperly with the rebound for Bigfork. And Epperly slowly bringing it up across the timeline. Under 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The Vikings, trailing by two. 38-36 on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Wade out near half court holding the ball as the Vikings will go for the last shot here in the third quarter. Wade, 15 seconds to go. Trying to pull him out over to Taylor. Epperly on the left wing. Back. Colin Wade underneath. Thorness up. Off the glass. No good. Misses it. Fines with the rebound. Epperly. Shot a little bit late. No good. So we'll head to the fourth quarter. The Vikings trail 38-36 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. I'll be back to the conclusion of the ball game in the fourth quarter here from Sister Rita Mudd Activity Center here in Missoula, Montana. 38-36, the Rams lead the Vikings on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. All right, we're back. Fourth quarter action time. Brought to you by Hanson Excavating. Rams basketball to start the fourth quarter. The Vikings within 2 at 38-36. Russell with the four fouls back in for Loyola. Their starting lineup. And Bigfork starting lineup as well. Stack gets it over court to Haffey. Haffey left wing gives it out to Stack. Stack near the top of the key. We'll give it over to Russell. Russell on the right wing for Loyola. Johnston, baseline, Haffey. Haffey shoots it up. Epperly grabs it on the missed shot. And Epperly will bring it up across the timeline for Bigfork and give it up to Bryce Gilliard. Gilliard setting up top of the key. Colin Wade, left side, left wing. Nearly stolen away. Epperly comes up with it. Shoots free throw line. Good. Ties the ball game at 38 with 7:18 to go. Russell, Haffey, back to Russell in the backcourt. Pressure defense put on by Bigfork. Stack will give it up to Johnson. Johnson throws it to Conzen, cross court right wing. Out. Johnston, Stack, three-point shot on the way. It's going to be short and rebounded there by Nick Walker. Walker will get it underneath. Gives it up to Gilliard, back to Epperly. And Epperly will give it up to Wade. Wade will bring it across the timeline slowly for the Vikings. Gilliard, left wing. Colin Wade, baseline. Taylor, back out to Epperly. Epperly, pull-up jumper off the ring, no good, but gets his own rebound. Follows his own shot up and over the rim is good from the baseline for Epperly. The Vikings take the lead, 40-38. Conzen in the backcourt, over to Stack on the left wing. Bigfork looking to trap and got him trapped in the corner, but gets it up to Conzen because Stack is tall. Conzen, the basketball. 2-3 zone defense by Bigfork looking to trap. Baseline, Russell, Stack, Conzen. Jumper up underneath, Russell. Blocked from behind by Epperly. Johnston with the basketball. Stack over to Johnston. Knocked away by Taylor, but he's going to get whistled for the foul. Second personal on Levi Taylor and the 14th foul on Bigfork. Johnson will come in the ball game along with Thorness for Bigfork. Wade will get a break, and so will Levi Taylor. Loyola with the basketball under their own basket on the far end. Stacked inbound, gives it to Haffey. Russell, backdoor. Conzen, right wing, looking. Throws across court to Russell. In the corner, left corner, Haffey, looking. Johnston out to Russell. Three-point shot by Russell on the way, no good. And rebounded there by Epperly, who takes it away. Oh, quickly. Back Epperly tried to catch Loyola missing, and they turn the favor back over as Gilliard makes the steal and gives it up to Epperly. 5:27 to go, 40-38. Bigfork leads. Stack with a steal. Off the glass, no good. And Stack will go to the line as Gilliard is going to commit the personal. 2 shots for Stack. That's the 4th personal on Bryce Gilliard. And the 15th foul. Stack at the line to shoot 2. First one off the back of the rim, front of the rim, drops off, no good. Colin Wade will go on the ball game for Bryce Gilliard, who has 4 personals. And Ethan Stack at the line for one more. Shot up and good. Pulls them within 1, 40-39. 5:19 to go. On your Hanson Excavating scoreboard, Epperly crosses the timeline for Bigfork. Looking to slow things down and set it up. Epperly. Wade, right wing in the corner by Nick Walker, knocked away by Stack. It'll remain Bigfork basketball. So Johnson inbound for the Vikings. Gets it out. Nick Walker will give it up to Wade. Wade out near half court. Will set up top of the key. Over to Johnson left side. Epperly left wing. Back to Wade. Baseline. Thorness. Wade. 3-point shot on the way by Colin Wade. No good. Thorness with the rebound up. And Thorness will go to the line and shoot 2. Yes, he'll get fouled by Johnston. with 4:46 to go. That's the third personal on Johnson's 17th foul. So the Vikings in the bonus the rest of the way. 4:46 to go, 40 to 39, and Thorness to shoot two. Just short. Got to use those legs in the fourth quarter. And Taylor at scoreboard to check in. Looks like he's coming in for Thorness. Second shot up, and this time it's good by Eli Thorness. And Taylor will come in and replace him. 41-39, 2-point lead, 4:46 to go in the ballgame. The Vikings lead. On your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard, Conzen into Russell, over to Stack. Stack, left side, back to Russell, right side. Over to Johnson, stolen away by Taylor. Taylor will give it up to Epperly. Now Wade with the basketball for Bigfork across the timeline. Walker, Epperly. Epperly looking underneath. Floater by Epperly, up and under is good. And a 4-point lead for Bigfork. Stack. Give it up to Conzen. Conzen backcourt to Stack. In the corner to Haffey. Haffey looking. Throws it up to Johnson. Johnson top of the key. In the quarter. Russell looking to drive. Swatted. But Russell drops it over Walker. Taylor inbound to Epperly. Back to Wade. Under 4 minutes to go in the ballgame. Vikings 43-41. On your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard, Wade. Nick Walker, who can shoot that three. And he puts the three up from the left corner. No good. Rebounded there by Stack. Quickly up to Conzen. Conzen. Wade stops him. Haffey, right wing. Conzen looking to drive. Underneath to Haffey. Off the glass. And ties the game at 43. Wade quickly across the timeline. Over to Johnson. Johnson over to Wade. Top of the key. Nick Walker, left wing. To Wade. Nick Walker, pass guy to Johnson. An ill-advised pass. Saved by Johnson. Russell. Inbound, Walker right there. And Russell. Walker trying to pick up the fifth personal on Russell. And he'll get called for the blocking foul. 16th foul, third personal on Nick Walker. Tied at 43 with 3:06 to go. Russell at the line to shoot two. First one is good. Gilliard back in with his four personals, replacing Nick Walker for the Vikings. One more for Russell. It's good. And they take a 2-point lead. Inbound to Epperly. Gives it up to Colin Wade, the point guard for Bigfork. Lefty. Over to Epperly. Gilliard. Johnson. Colin Wade. Gilliard, top of the key. Colin Wade. Looking to drive. Gives it up to Johnson. Johnson, top of the key for Bigfork. Gives it over to Epperly. Epperly, a long three. In and out. And banging around. Johnson comes up with the rebound for Loyola. Gives it over to Haffey. Back to Conzen. 2:30 to go here in the ballgame. The Vikings trail by 2, 45-43. On your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard, Conzen with a basketball. Right wing, Russell. Tries to get underneath to Johnson. Johnson forces his way in. Gilliard right there. Off of Johnson. It'll be Bigfork basketball. 2:17 to go. The Vikings within 2 in a battle here in Loyola. Saw the Valkyries win earlier, 60-45. And Wade across the timeline, out near half court, setting things up, gives it over to Gilliard. Wade, Epperly, right wing. Wade, top of the key. Wade with a little floater. And Taylor right there getting the rebound, gets it out to Epperly. Epperly shoots the three, but coach called timeout. A full timeout. I'll be back here from Loyola. All right, welcome back to Loyola. 1:52 to go. The Vikings trail by true 45-43 on your Harvest Foods Bigfork scoreboard. Tristan Hurt, get me some water. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Bigfork with the basketball. Geared inbound to Epperly. Bigfork slowing it down. Epperly top of the key, looking underneath for Taylor. Gets it over to Gilliard. Gilliard, left wing. Wade thought about the three-point shot. Fakes it. Levi Taylor looking up, under, off the glass, no good. Over Johnston. Johnston grabs the rebound. 1:29 to go. And Conzen will bring it up slowly for Loyola. Vikings have to go in a man-to-man defense. Conzen looking to drive. Throws it up, misses it. And off of Taylor. Bigfork had a chance to get that rebound there, as Conzen's shot was short. And Loyola will inbound. Conzen underneath his own basket on the far side. Looking, gets into Haffey in the left wing. Guarded by Gilliard is Haffey. Conzen guarded by Epperly. Conzen kicks it out. Russell, Stack, extended, Wade out there, putting pressure on Stack. Stack gives it up to Conzen. Conzen double team, gives it up to Stack. In the corner to Russell. Knocked away, nearly stolen. Wade comes up with a loose ball. He's going to give it up. Here goes Levi Taylor. They called traveling on Taylor. I don't see that, but turnover to Loyola as Wade gave it up for Taylor. Taylor dribbled it, and then a traveling violation is a timeout, a full timeout, I believe, taken by Loyola. I'll be back here as the Vikings, with 40 seconds to go, trail 45-43 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Well, after the traveling violation called on Taylor, it's Loyola basketball leading by 2. 40 seconds to go in the ballgame. Conzen inbound, Stack in the backcourt. The Vikings in a man-to-man defense. Johnson will take Stack. Travel Conzen, guarded by Epperly, trapping him in the corner. And Loyola forced to take a timeout as Bigfork had Conzen trapped. Or check that, Stack trapped on the far side. A 30-second timeout will stay right here. Next action we'll see is the Vikings and Valkyries head to Troy to take on the Lady Trojans and Trojans. The Vikings game will be first before the Valkyries. And then Saturday, it'll be a home contest against the Plains Trotters and Horsemen. At Bigfork, we'll only have JV and varsity in that. Same thing with Troy, only JV and varsity games, so 4 games there, 4 games at home. It'll be senior night for swim, speech and debate, and cheerleaders. And the 12th will coming up against Thompson Falls. We'll have senior night for the basketball players at Bigfork. Don't forget, coming up Monday, the Vikings take on Florence, and we'll honor boys high school state cross-country champions on Monday as 3 games gets underway at 4 o'clock for freshmen or C squad, followed by 5:30 for JV, then varsity about 7. Russell to the line, shooting a bonus 1-1. Crawls over the front of the rim, so a one-possession game, 46-43, 28.4 to go. Russell to get the bonus, one more. That's Epperly's second. And gets the bounce. So a 4-point lead for Loyola. Wade quickly up. Johnson. Got to get his shot up. Epperly. 20 seconds to go. Epperly looking to drive. Floats it up off the glass. No good. Epperly rebounded by Stack. And Levi Taylor looked like he tied him up. They're going to call him for the foul. And a 1-1 for Loyola. Check that. Third personal called on Epperly. 8-team foul. And Stack at the line, 1-1. So Bigfork, 14 seconds to go, trailing by 4, 47-43. Shoots it too hard. Bigfork with the rebound. Gilliard quickly got to get a shot up. Wade, boom! Nails the three-point shot from about 5 feet behind the arc, the yellow line, which is the front line in volleyball. Drains it with 7.1 to go. And the Vikings within 1 at 47-46. So full timeout taken by Bigfork. And Konopka will check in for defensive purposes for the Vikings. So a big shot hit by the lefty Wade to pull the Vikings within 1. So a lot of excitement here in Missoula, Montana. So it'll be Epperly, Gilliard, Johnson, Taylor, and Konopka in the ball game for Bigfork. So Loyola to inbound it. They can run the baseline. And, they're still in the 1-1. Bigfork's got to foul, force them a 1-1. Just don't foul Russell. Foul that Stack guy who's missed the front end of 1-1, and Bigfork has an opportunity. There's Stack. There he do, smart. So Russell gets it into Stack. Foul by Konopka. And Stack will go back to the line for a 1-1. Either way, even if he made both, it would be a 3-point, possession ball game, and Colin Wade will come back in for Bigfork. So they brought Konopka in to commit the foul. Try to get the turnover and then commit the foul. So Stack has to go to the line for 1-1. Bigfork here, personal. They got to make the 6 seconds to go. Got to get the rebound if he misses. And he makes the first one to put him up by 2, 48-46 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Exciting ball game here in Missoula, Montana. Stack will get one more. Vikings can still tie it if he makes it. He makes it up by 3, and Loyola will take the timeout. So we got 6 seconds to go, and Loyola leads 49-46 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. And a full timeout taken by Loyola. That's why you save your timeouts to the end. I'll be back with the conclusion of this ball game from Sister Rita Mudd Activity Center as the Vikings trail by 3, 49-46. But they had the basketball and 6 seconds to go, which is an eternity. All right, we're back here, Missoula, Montana. 6 seconds to go, folks. And the Vikings trail by 3, 49-46, so an opportunity. So what does Loyola do here? What they'll probably do is go ahead and try to foul to force a 1-1, but Epperly going to come up. Shoots a 3, off the rim, no good. And that'll be your ball game. So Epperly tried, had a good look at it, And it falls off the rim from the top of the key. So your final here from Loyola. The Vikings take a heartbreaker as they had won like 6 in a row. And they'll lose this one 49-46 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. I'll be back to wrap up the post game here from Missoula, Montana momentarily. Well, welcome back to Missoula, Montana, Sister Rita Mud Activity Center. Your final nut is 49-46. The Rams beating the Vikings. And post-game brought to you by Averill's Flathead Lake Lodge, where they're proudly supported Bigfork Athletics since 1945. Taking a looking at the scoring, first of all, for Loyola. Russell, I'm out of breath, leading the way. With 20. Ethan Stack with 9. Haffey 11. And 6 by Reynolds Johnston for a total of 49. So the Vikings actually battled back after trailing big at halftime and leading the way, looking at pretty balanced scoring for Bigfork. A couple players, Colin Wade and Epperly both with 10, 9 by Levi Taylor, 6 by Nick Walker, George Brown with 2, 3 by Thorness, 5 by Gilliard, 1 by Wyatt Johnson. A huge 3 sunk there by Colin Wade there. The ball within 1. They had a chance, but couldn't quite get it done. And they'll be in action against Troy coming up on Thursday. We'll have those games, the Valkyries and Vikings, on the road at Troy coming up on Thursday. I'll be broadcasting live. Look for that on BFSD Events. Thanks for joining me again. This is James LaFontaine. Glad to be with you from Missoula, Montana. Sister Rita Mudd Activity Center as the Vikings lose this one 49-46. But Western B matchup, they could see this team very well. Loyola coming up in Western B. So don't forget Monday, folks, at home. It is the Vikings taking on Florence, the Falcons. And a rematch was supposed to happen before Christmas. Valkyries already played them. Now the Vikings chance to play them at home. Gets underway at 4 o'clock, 5:30 for JV and varsity about 7. We're going to honor our state champion Bigfork Vikings cross-country team. You want to be around for that as we honor them. It's been quite a few years for the Vikings, so if you want to come to that game and check it out, we'll have everything at home, be ready for you on Monday. Then we'll be on the road at Troy, broadcasting those games as well as they take on the Lady Trojans and Trojans on Thursday. That will be the last regular season broadcast for you, because Saturday it'll be home with a doubleheader against Plains, and then the following Tuesday, Valkyries will be home against Polson, a Class A school, and then wrap things up, doubleheader, actually probably triple header, as they take on Thompson Falls and the Lady Hawks to wrap up the 12th of February, which will wrap up the regular season. And then the 17th to the 19th, I'm excited. I hope you guys are as well, as we host the district tournament. It'll be 4 games on Thursday, 4 on Friday, and 6 games at Bigfork High School on Saturday, with 2 games and loser out action over at Swan River. So you want to stick around. Lots of basketball to happen. After districts is divisionals. That'll be in Ronan, and I should be able to be broadcasting those as well. Thanks for joining me as always and supporting our student league. Thanks to our sponsors as well. I appreciate that. Let's get this. James LaFontaine from Missoula, Montana. Thanks for joining me tonight as your final 49-46. The Rams beat the Vikings